It's the height of summer, and I don't need to tell you, it is hot. I do not feel like a wig, but I wanted something different, a major vibe switch, something bold, a different color, but also light and airy and soft and natural looking, and that's what I got. Let me show you how I got this hairstyle. This video is brought to you in collaboration with Ywigs. Your hair, your way. Okay, so they sent me this bag. It's got some accessories in there, some alligator clips, 2 alligator clips, a rat tooth comb. This will come in pretty handy to part, an edge control brush, a second alligator clip, which will help me stay organized while parting my hair into sections, and also the crochet pin, which is very important, very helpful, very useful. All right, so here is the hair. You can see we've got color. So they sent me 5 packs, okay? This is 5 packs of medium brown water wave human crochet hair. All right, let's get a closer look. So just pulling the hair out, and you can see it comes in this protective netting. My first impression is the hair is very soft, and I'm kind of excited to see how this color looks on my complexion. Okay, so like I do with all the hair, I will go ahead and just soak it in some water. Nothing else in the water. I just want to see how the hair reacts. Okay, this is about 10 to 15 minutes later. I'm just taking the hair out just to see. And you can see that the water does have a little bit of discoloration to it. So I definitely will go ahead and shampoo it and then let it air dry before installing it. This is really good. This Fenty hair, the Water Boy leave-in conditioner. As you can see, I have just come out of the shower. My hair is super clean, and this leave-in conditioner by Fenty works really well to soften it. However, doing my hair can be overwhelming at times because I have natural type 4, 4B, 4C type hair. It's thick, and the health of my hair is very important to me. So trying not to break too much of my hair, I do a lot of finger detangling before I use a comb. With this method, I get less breakage, and today I've decided I'm not using any heat. Hair is clean and detangled, and now I'll go about my business. And then when I'm ready to do my hair, I'll come back. This is actually the following day, or should I say evening. My hair is very dry, and in fact it needs a little bit of moisture. It was air dried, so I'm going to spray it with a little bit of warm water just to wake it up. I tend not to manipulate my hair too much unless I have some moisture in the form of either water or some sort of leave-in conditioner. So I'm parting from ear to ear, okay, just going to section off a smaller area in the front, and it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? It doesn't matter if the lines aren't completely straight, no one's gonna see it. I just want an organized way to section off the front. Then I work in the back. You can see most of the time I don't even use a comb, I just use my fingers. So it's all about staying organized. It doesn't have to be perfect. You see I did the front from ear to ear. You see the back. Don't judge me. I can't see the back. Now I'm portioning off or parting the front into small sections. I will add also a generous amount of this leave-in conditioner by Shea Moisture. I love this stuff. It really works wonders on my natural hair. It keeps it moisturized while it's braided. So even if I keep my braids for quite a while, when I take out my braids, they always feel soft and moisturized. And I just feel like it's really has been amazing with my natural hair. Anyway, I braid and then I end it with a twist, okay? And what's cool is, as you've seen, my hair has a lot of shrinkage. Like it completely condenses. So it's only when I twist it or braid it that I get to see the actual length, right? And or if I were to use a blow dryer or flat iron and, you know, use heat, but I'm trying to avoid heat. So yeah, I just braid it and then twist the ends because it makes it easier when I'm going to take it down. So I'm done with the front, or I'm done with the front, and then now I will tackle the back, okay? So the front, the braids are smaller because I want when I, install the hair that I can pull it back and that it's not too bulky. But in the back, you really are not going to be able to see it. So I don't care if the braids are bulkier or bigger. Okay, and then I combine the small braids from the front with the ones in the back. I just sort of, add them to the braid. And same thing, I go from braiding to then twisting because it makes it easier when I have to take out the style with less breakage. Now, we don't want a continuous line from the front all the way to the back, so I cross the braids in the front before combining it with the large ones in the back, and I make sure that the parting is alternating. Okay, we're on the last braid. You know that feeling. When you got one more to go. For me personally, this is the hardest part of this hairstyle, this part. Trying to get a flat base and putting all of my hair in one. Now, if you have, hair that's not as thick or different texture, then it might not be as challenging. It's not hard. It's just a lot. But maybe you can get somebody else to braid it for you if you can't do it yourself, or you could just do twists. All right, so here is one bundle, and this is what it looks like when you separate it. You see the strands, and you get about like 50 strands per bundle. So I organized it, okay? So here's the back of my head. I used the crochet pin to tuck the ends in, but for extra security, I'm gonna go ahead and use this braiding thread. So this is just optional. Now we're ready to add our first piece of hair. So like I said, once you've done the base, so once your hair is braided down, everything else is easy, gravy, okay? So I open the hook, I put the thread on, make sure the thread is centered, pull the loop through, use my fingers to open up the hair or the loop, and again, focusing on the thread, pull the hair through, and that's it. You only need to knot this hair once, like literally looping it through once. It does not slip because of the thread. And especially if you want to reuse this hair, which you can, you only need to loop it through once. So again, I've inserted the crochet hook, attached the thread to it, pull the loop through, pull the hair through that, and boom, that's it. Okay, this is what one bundle looks like, and this is what one bundle looks like when I have crocheted it to my head. So you see, it covers quite a bit. I try not to put the pieces too close together because I don't want it too thick. So far, this is what it's looking like with 2 bundles, I believe. 2 bundles? Yeah, because I have 3 more. And I'm trying to see if I can finish it with a total of 3 bundles. Because is my head that big? And I don't want it too thick. I don't want it too thick. So let's see. Can I do this with 3 bundles? We'll see. I mean, it might be more like 3.5, but I can't imagine 5 bundles. So again, super easy. Super easy. Let's just do a random one here. Crochet hook goes in real time. Take the string, make sure it's in the middle of your finger, put it onto the hook, close the latch, pull it, take the hook off, grab the string, boom, 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 and pull the hair through the loop. That's simple. Anybody can do this. That sounded so southern. Anybody can do this. What kind of southern accent is that? Now, when I get to the top of my head, I try to add as many pieces as possible to cover the braid. So, the more pieces of the crochet hair, especially because it's a different color to my natural hair. The idea, right, is to hide the braids as much as possible. But of course, you can still see it near the hairline. So I pulled my hair back, and then I will add a few more pieces to the hairline. The thing with crochet hair sometimes is it can slide back. So you might need to add a little bit more hair to the front. Then I back comb it. I back comb the hair, not my natural hair, just the crochet hair. And that helps to disguise the hairline where you see less of your braid, and it just makes it look natural. Then I trim the first layer near the front. So I'm not trying to give myself bangs. I'm just trying to give myself a more natural hairline. So that's why I kind of cut the front but avoid any blunt ends. So no straight or blunt ends. I want it to look wispy, light, and airy. You see how it looks very kind of naturalish, or as natural as I can get it. Then, of course, I got to do a little happy dance before braiding it into two and getting ready for bed. And then, boom, here we are. To be honest, this was actually a few days later after I'd installed it. I had to wear it for a few days, feel it out before I can give you an honest review. It's genuinely light and airy, and I think it suits my complexion. Definitely something different. And like I said in the beginning, it's Leo season. We want to switch it up a little bit. Actually, you don't have to be a Leo to want to switch it up. This is the time, if you don't want to wear a wig. Okay, so I have this Dab and Go product, and this helps me hide those little pesky gray hairs. It really works. It really works. Let's do a half up, half down. Let's have some fun. New earrings. I just love how the front looks, honestly, and how far human hair crochet has come. Look at my before. Pfft. All right, let's give you a business look. You thought you couldn't wear this to work? Honey, you can wear it to work. You can wear it to your 9 to 5. You can be the executive that you are and look fine in this hair. I was having a lot of fun, as you can tell. Or maybe you're tired of being serious all the time and you want to wear these space buns. That's your prerogative, okay? If I'm a 15-year-old girl trapped in a 50-something-year-old body, it's not my fault. Right? Anyway, what do you think? Is it cute? Or are you more for the dark hair on me? So I wanted to show you what it looks like outside so you see it in real life. Now, it had been raining heavy that day, and actually it just finished raining here now as I'm recording. But you see the hair is very light and soft, and it's just lovely. Okay, let's say you want to comb it out because you like big hair. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Just be careful because, you don't want to rip the hair out. So just kind of hold it while you're combing it. And I'm using a wide tooth comb, or you could just use your fingers. That would probably be better. Just use your fingers. See, if you want that fluffy look. Or maybe you don't want it fluffy and big. Maybe you want it more tame, or you want the curls defined. You don't even need to add product. Just adding some water to the hair and letting it air dry will give you defined curls, or that defined wave, right? So I'm just adding some warm water, and there you go. See? You can see the difference between the combed out look and this sort of controlled, less puffy, wet look. I guess if you added some hair gel or styling pudding, you can keep that wet look going even once it's dry. But which side do you like better, the big puffy side or the controlled wet side? So look, I have one bundle left. So in the end, I ended up using almost 4 bundles. If you want bigger, thicker hair, use about 5 or 6 bundles. It's up to you and depending on the size of your head. Right? So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment below. I read all your comments. I appreciate it, and thank you so much. Bye! And of course, thank you to Ywigs for sending me this hair. Again, this is the medium brown water wave human crochet hair. Everything will be listed in the description box, this product and all their other products, okay? Bye! For real!